to the Mixtapes Podcast with your host, Bert the Boy, Damien Monte Carlo, and Angry Mikey.
Hey, what's up, guys? Mixtapes and Tasty Cakes. Bert Lepore here. Angry Mike These here. Damiano out in California. He's not here. He's in California at the NAM convention at the Tama booth. Go say hi to him if it's still there. Okay, so we got a good one for you today. We're going to talk about Queensryche, Rage for Order. 40 years, man. 40 years this June. It'll be 40 years that this album.
It's crazy.
It is. It is crazy. And it's a brilliant record. So I'll give you a little info before we get into it. It's their second full-length studio. The first one was The Warning. Before that, they did have the self-titled EP. And that had 4 songs on it. The Warning was a full record. So this is the second full record. It was released June 27th, 1986 on EMI America. That was the label. The band really expanded their sound on this record. It's very atmospheric. It's progressive. It's got layered keyboards. It was produced and engineered by Neil Kernon, which is, he's worked with some of the greats, man. He worked with Hall & Oates, Judas Priest, Foreigner, Dokken. This guy comes up with some of the brilliant guitar tones, and this album definitely has them. For the band lineup, Jeff Tate, vocals and keyboards. Chris DeGarmo, guitars and backing vocals. Michael Wilton, guitars and backing vocals. Eddie Jackson, bass and backing vocals. Scott Rockenfield, drums and percussion. This was pretty awesome, especially for the time of rock. 1986 was really a big year for rock. On the thrash end, you had stuff like Metallica, Master of Puppets, Megadeth, Peace Cells, Slayer, Rain and Blood. On the hard rock side, you had Bon Jovi, Slippery When Wet, Cinderella, Night Songs, Iron Maiden, Somewhere in Time. And then on the glam side, you had like Poison, Look What the Cat Dragged In, Rat Dancing Undercover. This was a big year for music, for all the stuff that we listened to. It was a pretty big year. Van Halen with Sammy Hagar, first record, 5150. David Lee Roth, Eat 'Em and Smile, all the same year. This is all the same year.
It's pretty big, man.
It's a crazy year. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun this year going through some of these records. Between all the thrash, the glam, the hard rock, somewhere in that mix came this brilliant record. Brilliant record called Rage for Order, and it was way different than the rest. So we're gonna go back to this record and see how it holds up after all these years. All right, so a lot of people would say this is a strange record, Mike. Like some say this was
I agree.
A strange record, and
Absolutely.
I would say if anything, you talk about the look. If you look at the way they looked, totally strange. This was like the Bride of Frankenstein era for the look. If you figure, the thrash guys that kind of just looked like this is what I wore today, everyday guy, and then you had the glam guys that were like, with the makeup and the outfits, and then you had Queensryche, which the record label probably wanted them to have some kind of look, and
I did read that.
A bizarre look. It was
sort of like a futuristic glam look almost.
Yeah, but guess what? It does work for this record.
Jeff Tate with that little poofy head in the front?
It was like the mullet with the Dracula poof or something. I don't know what you call it.
It was a bad look.
It was a bad look, but it did work for the record. I'm gonna pick up this record and you see what they look like. I'm not going to pick up this record if you never heard it. Yeah.
I'd probably pass on and be like, no, okay.
Yeah. The good thing is by the time Operation Mindcrime came out, they looked kind of just like regular rock guys,
right?
Nothing too special or crazy going on. But it definitely, that look, that crazy Bride of Frankenstein futuristic look worked for the record because the record was pretty weird, especially the first time you hear it.
I think this record kind of shaped my way into kind of liking weird music in a certain sense.
Yeah,
on how weird it was because or just so out of the box, maybe.
It was different. It was proggy but still metal. It was
definitely electronic stuff going on in it. like before like the whole, industrial rock was going on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then, which brings us to, before we get into the rankings, the original album cover. It had it was a blue circle in between. The background was like this red with this like white globe kind of sketch thingy going on in the background, on like a schematic kind of. And in front of it was this blue circle. And in the blue circle, it said Queensryche, Rage for Order, in gold. And it was hard to read. So they eventually changed that blue circle to just a black circle with the letters in gold.
I gotta wonder
Yeah.
which one I have now. I'm trying to think.
So it's cool. I call this the blue label one. That's why I think it's mostly known as the blue label. So it's definitely really sought out for. You could get it probably 150 and up, but even the vinyl itself is pretty expensive. The vinyl, like $60 if you could find it, maybe.
I definitely pay 60 for it. That's
Yeah, I
that's
might.
probably my cap right now. For
Even
for
for
an
the
original of that, I'd pay 60.
Yeah, but for the black one, I probably still pay 40 if I could get it.
Yeah, but I think it goes for even in like that one probably goes for about 100 now, 120, something like that. But
Wow. Wow.
I hope it comes out on vinyl again because it's just I don't know. It needs to.
Yeah, I mean the problem is with a lot of the vinyl stuff now is that I like I said I actually had this record when it came out, and like an idiot when CDs came out, I figured I'll never have to use records again. CDs sound great, and you sold all your records to get money to buy CDs because we used to always trade stuff into places, But right now I would settle for a black or blue copy, absolutely. But it's pricey. Like I said, it's pricey. I'm hoping for them to re-release it. I mean, I don't know why. Some of these bands are certain records they just don't re-release.
I wonder if it's a copyright issues.
I don't know. It's probably just it's a record label thing. But all right, let's get down to the countdown and talk about these tracks. 11 tracks on the record. The way we do it, we take our numbers, we rate each song, we take our numbers, we put them together, and we come out with an average. So sometimes our number ones don't become our number ones because we match the numbers together. So 11 songs on this record. We're going to start out. Coming in number 11, Surgical Strike. What do you got, Mike?
Surgical Strike. I gotta say this is a good song. I like this one. It got to the bottom somehow, but I gave this one a 7.5. Very again, like on the futuristic side, especially with the chorus where he's screaming out "Surgical Strike." I don't know. I like this one.
Yeah.
I probably should have gave it higher.
Yeah. I didn't give it that high. I mean, I gave it a 6.8 for Surgical Strike. This one's okay. It's not as strong as I think as the others for me. I like the flanger and some of the drum parts, but this is probably a deep cut off this record. Definitely a deep cut for me. Coming to number 10, The Killing Words. What do you got, Mike?
Slower song on the album. I'm not really big on a lot of the slower ones. Good song. It shows his vocals off, but for me, it's just a 7, which
Okay,
isn't bad.
No, it's still good. The Killing Words, I gave a 7.4. I think it's a solid song overall. I love the little guitar chugging in the background. I think it's really cool. It's a good song that's perfect for this record. Definitely perfect for this record. 7.4. Coming to number 9, Chemical Youth. We Are Rebellion. What do you got, Dame? Mike.
You're so used to saying Dame
I'm
first.
so used to saying Dame first. Yeah, Mike.
But we got Chemical Youth. Easily could be a forgettable track on the album. It's got an awkwardness to it. I like the song. There wasn't really much on this album I didn't like. I give it a 7.25.
I also gave Chemical Youth a 7.25. I dig the lyrics, man. And the way Jeff Tate comes in when he first starts singing in the beginning of the verses, it's great. The chorus is okay. There are a lot of cool things with the drums going on in this one, especially in the middle part. I just think it's another neat tune that's perfect for this record. Coming in number 8, London. What do you got, Mike?
London, not one of my favorites. I do like the chorus. It's got some cool stuff musically going on. But in between, it's kind of slow, drab, and just kind of blends in with the rest of the slow stuff on the album. It kind of sounds the same as that.
Yeah, London. I gave London a 7.6. It has this little synth thing in the beginning. I like the breakdown into the verse. I think it's really cool. The vocals sound great. The music's pretty dreamy. It definitely puts your mind in like this fantasy zone, which the whole record does. Yeah, man, it's pretty cool. 7.6 for London. Coming in number 7, I will remember. What do you got, Mike?
Probably my least favorite track on the album. Uh, I don't know. Last track, I think something bigger would have been a little bit expected from me. Uh, Great vocals in it, but to me, it's kind of boring. And I got to say, a lot of times that the album would stop right before the song. So this is probably my least memorable song on the album. I gave it a 6.75.
See, now I'm the opposite on this one. I will remember I gave an 8.25. I think it's a great track to end the record. It's a total dreamscape for me. I love the vocals. I think there's just so much feeling in it. You could actually hear some of Operation Mindcrime being built during this song. You definitely hear little spots of it. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I like this one. I think it's a great closer. Coming to number 6, Screaming in Digital.
Definitely one of the weirder ones on the album. Yeah, I guess a lot of this whole album has a feel of like this, computerized AI kind of feel, and which is cool for me. I like that type of stuff. This track I liked a lot, man. I gave this one an 8.25.
Nice, nice. Screaming in Digital, I gave a 7.75. Super cool opening. I mean, you get engulfed like you're in a movie with this song. Uh, and the payoff hook, when that comes in, the payoff hook is great. Really good. The guitars and the keyboards work well in this tune, as well as the creepy backing vocals. The backing vocals are pretty neat in this one. Yeah, Screaming in Digital, 775. Coming to number 5, The Whisper. What do you got, Damian? What do you got? They keep calling you Damian. What do you got there, Mike?
I this one I like this one. I gave Whisper 7.75. Another kind of weird one. I'm sure it probably starts off the weirdness on the album with that little whisper in the chorus and everything like that. Cool track. I like this one.
The Whisper, I gave an 8.25. Very Iron Maiden sounding intro. Very Maiden. The vocal grabs you as soon as he kicks it in. This album, it has a concept feel. It really has a concept feel. It's another good track. Another solid track. Coming to number 4, Neue Regel. What do you got there, Mike?
Another weird one. Like this one a lot. It's probably I don't even know what this one's about. Probably more AI. Um, I gave this one an 8.
Yeah, I like this one too. I gave it an 8.2. I love the intro. The words are super cool. All the background sound effects set the tone for the song. I love the effect on the vocal verse. It's just perfect. It's perfect for that part. Really, really cool song. There's so much going on in it. And the hook is really good. It's a neat song. Coming in number 3, I Dream in Infrared. What do you got, Mike?
I gotta say, for all the slower ones on this one I liked a lot. It actually felt like pretty much like a lot of the stuff in this, the guitar work and everything sounded like stuff that was on Mindcrime after. This whole album actually sounded like,
A
a
build up to
prelude to
Minecraft.
it, build up
Yeah.
to it, right. So I gave this one an 8. It's a cool track, man.
I love this song. I gave I Dream in Infrared a 9. Nice guitar opening into a brooding guitar, little chug. The vocals are excellent, great words. It's a real moody tune, tons of emotion in the song. I mean, the emotions, you could fucking feel the words. That's how good they are. Great fucking song. Great song. Coming to number 2, Walk in the Shadows. What do you got, Mike?
This is the number one track off the album. This comes in with that punch, man. Great track. I gave this one an 8.25.
I gave Walk in the Shadows a 9.25, man. Probably my highest rating on the record. Perfect opening track for the record. Stellar vocals, good lyrics, good guitar solo. I love the dual guitar parts, the thumping drum and bass. It's got this big operatic kind of opening kind of deal. It sets the tone big time. All right, coming to number 1, Going to Get Close to You. What do you got, Mike?
So the cover got number one, huh?
Yeah, who knew it was a cover only a couple years
Yeah,
ago?
right. I didn't know this was a cover until like way later. I mean, at least about 5 to 10 years later. And I forget who the hell it even is. Who was it?
Lisa
Like
Del Bello.
Yeah, there
Del
you go.
Bello.
Del Bello. And I gotta say, I don't even know if I heard the original version. I
Really?
gotta hunt that down.
I've heard
But
it. I've heard it.
yeah, this to me was a track off the album. I remember the video, just a creepy song, you know, It's about a stalker.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
gave this one a 9.
I gave Going to Get Close to You an 8.75. Like I said, I didn't know this was a cover till years after, originally recorded by Lisa Dalbello. It stays pretty faithful to the song. The Queensryche it up a little bit, but it stays pretty faithful. And even the video is, I wouldn't say totally similar, but there's definitely some similar spots where, how as he's looking out the window, she's doing that at one point. Her video is kind of interesting too. Definitely like an early style MTV video. Uh, but the version is pretty cool. The original version is pretty cool, but I do prefer the Queensrÿche version a little bit more. I thought they did a great job on it. It's such a haunting, weird song. it's it's a weird song.
Mm-hmm.
It's a weird song. And I think this, I mean, I know it was a single. I don't know if this was the only single or the first single released on this or second single, but it's a weird one to put out because it's a fucking odd song. So there you have it. That's our rankings. I'll give you the numbers right now. Mike gave Rage for Order a 7.7. I gave Rage for Order an 8.04. Our total mixtapes review, 7.87. Pretty damn good record that still holds up. It still holds up.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
That's a good rating. Okay, Mike, final thoughts.
Final thoughts is I'm definitely going to go back into this one now and keep this in my playlist for a little bit because I forgot how good this album is.
Yeah.
And I mean, even though they said it was remastered, it needs a remastering. It really does. It needs to be beefed up a little bit.
Right.
Maybe if we can get that done, put this thing on vinyl, we'd be good.
Yeah, man. My final thoughts is Neil Kernon really pulled out something in Queensrÿche. With this one. I mean, it's proggy, it's moody, it's creepy, it's powerful, it's futuristic. I mean, this record could really be a movie. It's like, we every once in a while we come across some stuff, maybe once, twice a year, where like, wow, it's got a cinematic feel. Like the Sabaton record had a cinematic feel where it's almost like listening to a movie, right? This has that. This definitely has. If this wasn't a concept record, it sure to hell sounds like one.
Well, then that's
know?
when they did Operation Mindcrime afterwards. So,
Right. But it really feels like, you could put this on and you could picture everything in your head as you're listening to it. The band is incredible, as they always are, and Jeff Tate is a beast on vocals. On the lyric side of things, it's political, it's futuristic, it's creepy. It really, like I said, it really sounds like a concept. That being said, the next record they put out was my favorite concept record of all time. It's just perfect. That's Operation Mindcrime. As far as Rage for Order goes, great record. Great record, way ahead of its time. Way ahead of its time. And I recommend anybody or everybody to listen to the record as a whole. Don't listen to it by songs. There's songs that are good by songs, but this album needs to be listened to as a whole unit.
absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Don't just listen to singles because it takes away from the art. This record is a piece of art. It really is. And yeah, so there you have it. Queensryche, Rage for Order. Still holds up. 7.87. Mixtapes. We'll see you guys soon.